This is the first actual video that we've recorded like this. If you've just randomly stumbled upon this video, thanks for watching. If you're here already because you're used to watching our podcasts with our guests, bear with me, this is the first time I've done a video like this. Now, I just wanted to let you know as well, before we go any further, we've just actually dropped a brand new video on Levolution Academy, how to sell anything to anyone. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about exactly what it says in the title. Now, I'm going to teach you how to grow your business and expand in a shrinking economy. Now, what usually happens in a shrinking economy is people stop spending, banks stop lending, and companies, big companies especially, stop spending. So they don't advertise as much as they used to. They don't recruit as many staff as they used to. In fact, they let staff go. And normally the first people that they let go are middle management. Middle management normally are just there to fill the in-between. They're like the in-between a supervisor and an actual real manager. They're the first to go. So what we've got there is we've got big companies that are not telling you about themselves. You've got people who are out of work, and you've got a market of people who still need to buy these products, who the company assumes don't have the money to buy them. Now, the fastest way to grow, it sounds so simple, doesn't it? The fastest way to grow is to come in and do what everybody else is not doing. So grow, push harder than ever before, because there are people out there that have still got money. Now, you're probably thinking, shit, well, if the big companies haven't got money to push ads and tell their customers that they're there and go harder than they've ever gone before, or even stay normal, how the hell am I going to do it, little me? Well, simple. There's a lot of resources that big companies are not using. Like right now, it's not cost me a penny to make this YouTube video, and you're obviously watching. So you can do things like that, but put your time into doing lots of it. You see, if you're not speaking, people aren't listening, and there's going to be a lot of people listening in a recession. Trust me, the amount of people that are needing to skill up, that everybody's looking for the next best thing. Everyone's looking for the answer. People out there just want somebody to just say, here's the answer. So they're searching on YouTube, how to make more money, how to do this, how to do that. They'll find you if you put yourself out there. Now, if you're a business, and let's say you offer, I don't know, let's say you're a sweet shop and you sell sweets, and the big companies that normally advertise around Christmas, they don't advertise as much because they're like, oh, well, shit, we're in a recession, no one's buying sweets anymore. Well, you can actually find a way to fill those advertising gaps as well. If you have got some money, you probably get yourself a bit of a deal, because there's going to be ad slots that aren't filled. Now, the easiest and most simple way to grow in a recession is to capitalize on the people. You see, if there's lots of people out of work and you're trying to grow your company, these people are now looking for an opportunity. You might even find people that are still in paid work, but their bills have gone up that much, they need extra money. Now, it costs absolutely nothing to put an advertisement on these job ad sites. If you're not sure which ones to use, find us on Instagram and drop us a DM. We'll tell you, because we use them. And we put an advert in, 2 days later we've got between 300 and 600 applicants, no matter what job it is. We are always recruiting, by the way, so if you are looking for a job, send us a 30-second video pitch on our Instagram. Yeah, is that weird? He said it's not weird, it's sick. Do that. Yeah, people. So if there's people there that are already in paid employment, but they need to make more money because their gas just went up, their electric went up, their cost of fuel went up, their car insurance, whatever it might be, their partner has more of a spending habit because they got made redundant, so she or he are now, burning the heating more, or they've subscribed to Netflix, and there's no chilling going on. These people are looking for extra money. So if you have a company that's offering a service or a product, you can now recruit these people on a commission basis to sell these products for you. Now, when you first start out in business, the logical thing to do, and if you haven't already done this, you need to do it, is to go through your existing contact base and tell everybody, this is what I'm doing. Do you know anybody that wants it? Please tell everyone, please share on your Facebook or Instagram or whatever it might be. Now, if you've already exhausted your network and now you're recruiting people because you're putting an advert in saying part-time job, 0-hour contract, commission only, and you can put all these things, then what you've now got is what you had at the beginning, but as many times over as you want. So those people will help grow your business. In fact, people, how do you think businesses grew before tools like YouTube, before Instagram, before Facebook? People, word of mouth. People told people, oh, did you go and see the new blah, 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 or did you buy that, or have a look at what I've just bought? It's always people. The only difference between then and now is it happens a lot faster. So if you put those two things together, people and social media, your business will grow fast. Now, again, this all goes back to one thing, which is self-belief, because it's all good you watching this video and thinking, oh yeah, well, you know, that won't work for me, or yeah, I've tried in the past and I've failed. Everyone tries something in the past and has failed. It doesn't stop you or it doesn't define you. And don't think, oh, I'm not deserving of that. Or, I'll give you an example. Imagine if you were scared to put yourself on a YouTube video or put yourself out there on social media because 20 years ago you beat up little Billy at school and stole his lunch money, and you're thinking, shit, what if Billy exposes me and now puts a thing out there and I'm screwed and my business is over? If Billy's still holding a grudge for 20 years ago, you stole his lunch money and beat him up, Billy's an idiot. So have that belief in yourself. Now, we have lots of members at Levolution who, I try and speak to as many of our members as possible. And I'm finding one thing in common, which I've been through too myself, and that's everybody, they judge me on my past, or they think I'm a failure, or everyone calls me a dreamer. Well, that's the case. If you're, as an entrepreneur, as someone who's always trying, if you haven't failed, it means you haven't tried. Now, you learn from your failures. If you're not dreaming, then what the hell are you doing? Like, that's a good thing. You need a dream. Without having a dream, you're not creating a vision, which means you don't believe in yourself. Don't listen to people saying all these things about you. Instead, surround yourself with people who actually believe in you. And I don't mean the people who just say, oh yeah, you can do it, fucking John. You go get them, Tiger. No, I'm talking about people who are there for you, who you can phone. And even if deep down they don't believe in you, you just need people around you that are going to tell you the right things and support whatever it is that you're doing, no matter what. Because any business at the start sounds crazy to anyone, but once you start doing these things and executing on these things, like I bet you if you turn around to your partner, your parents, or work colleagues or anyone and say, listen, I saw this video on YouTube and this dude's saying that what I need to do is recruit a load of people and tell them to sell my stuff on a part-time basis, they're going to tell you 10 to 20 reasons why it's a stupid idea and why you shouldn't do it, and then you won't do it and it will never get done, and you're just going to stay being that person that's just wherever you're stuck at now. Now, I'm not saying I've got all the answers, but I've actually done this and it does work. Now, going back to believing in yourself, it's really, really important that you believe in yourself, because when you are selling this opportunity to these people who are actively looking for opportunity, you got to believe that it actually works, and it does work, because otherwise you wouldn't have a business or a product to sell in the first place. Just because you're not and you might be, But just because you're not a multi-millionaire or you haven't become an overnight success, or you've not done what you said you were going to do, doesn't mean you're not still on the way there. So just share your vision as where you want to go. The people who believe in your vision are going to stay there. Now, this is where the nice stuff comes in. So some of these people who are going to come to you because it's a part-time gig for them and they just need to make extra money, you don't know when the next superstar is going to be. One of these people might actually take your business to the next level and do great things, and you've got a permanent member of staff there. You might have an operations manager. You're basically growing. Just if you can get it in your head that doesn't matter what the media is saying, who cares what all the other companies doing, I'm going to just go for it. Because let me give you a scenario. If you were born in the middle of bloody Siberia and it was always cold from the day that you were born, and your parents fucking fed you raw salmon and dressed you in a sheepskin, are there sheep in Siberia? A wolf skin thing or whatever it is that you're supposed to have. You would think that was normal, you would just deal with it. Now, you're not born in fucking Siberia, you're born here or wherever you were born, and you've got luxuries, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got a smartphone or a TV, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this. Now, if I was to chuck you out there into that scenario, you would be like, oh shit, this is bad, what am I going to do? I'm going to die, fuck, yeah? Well, the fact that you've had a business outside of a recession, or you were doing fine until the news or the media told you, by the way, it's cost of living crisis, or by the way, we're all doomed, or by the way, there's a deadly virus and now we're all screwed, or by the way, people aren't spending. If the media says people aren't spending, guess what people are not going to do? They're not going to spend. You get it? Don't listen to anything that's going on out there. I'll probably get people in the comments saying this guy's an idiot, you've got to listen to the news. No, you don't have to listen to the news, because if you were born into this situation, or you knew no other way, and business was just like this, and this was the amount of money that was out there, these were the amount of people looking for jobs that were out there, and this is how big the marketplace was, and this is the amount of finance people would get. Do you think that we wouldn't have successful people? Of course we would, because people adapt to the environment that they're in. The people that give in and throw the towel in because they think the environment's too harsh, those are the people that fail. That's why you see companies go under in a recession. Yeah, we're growing at a rapid rate, like it's ridiculous. We need, as I said, we need staff. We're growing because we refuse to believe anything that the media or the news say. We refuse that because it's just dumb. I'm not old, but I'm not young. But I remember the last recession that we had in 2008, and I think they labelled it the credit crunch. And everybody was like, oh, credit crunch. It was the excuse for everything. It was like, you'd ask somebody for a frigging chewing gum. I haven't got any chewing gum, it's credit crunch. Like, it's just bullshit. And the what I was doing at the time, I'll save that for another video, we actually grew, we expanded. Some of the skills that I learned by recruiting people, some of the skills that I got from the business I was involved in then have stuck with me for life, and especially the people skills as well. But I watched a global company blow up. I remember, so some of you may know that I know people like Grant Cardone, Bradley. I knew Grant before he had the following that he's got now, and he just pushed out content. He literally just friggin' exploded in the last recession because he didn't listen to everyone else. He didn't contract. He just went full beast mode. And he's never stopped since, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. Replicate what other successful people are doing. Why would you want to replicate what the idiots are doing? Why would you want to replicate the companies that are failing or the people that are retreating? That makes no sense. Like, it's just stupid. Don't listen or worry about what anyone else has to say, because their opinions actually don't matter. Like, who gives a shit what the lady down the road says, or who gives a shit what your siblings or your parents say? Who cares? At the end of the day, let other people do what they've got to do in their life. You do what you want to do in your life. Now, as I said, I'm not saying that this is the answer for you, but trust me, it works. Now, obviously, you know, I hope you found this content very useful. If you've got any questions, or you want to look into this further, or you may want to, you know, become a member of Levolution, before anything, go and find us on Instagram, join the Levolution, send a message saying David sent me. One of my team will get back to you and we'll arrange a call. We'll have a chat. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, we'll talk. Now, thanks for watching. As I said, this is my first type of YouTube video doing this. I've got plenty of content like this on the Instagram, so go and have a look, unless you're thinking, you might be thinking, why has this guy only got 12 views? If I have, sorry, yeah, you're my 13th, yeah? But please like, subscribe, and leave a positive comment. It really, really helps with these videos getting out there, and it helps with it making sense for us to do YouTube as well. But thanks for watching. I'll see you again on the next one.